Hey guys, CDTVThaG here. The G stands for green eggs and ham. My eggs aren't green and I don't have ham, so does that one work? I'll let you decide. And today, we're going to be reacting to the second part of SremmLife 3, which is Swae Lee, Swaecation. Now, I reacted to SremmLife 3 first, the first 9 tracks. That video will be linked in the description below if you want to see how I felt about that. Basically, Swaecation is going to have a hard time living up to SremmLife 3, but yeah. That album made me sweat, so I'm just replenishing with some nice proteins. Now, I'm curious to see how this sounds, because personally, I think these guys work best together as Rae Sremmurd, you know? Slim Jimmy and Swae Lee. It's a duo, you know, they work together, so I'm kind of cautious but curious about how these solo tapes are going to sound. I mean, I think everyone's usually pictured Swae Lee as being the one that would work best as a solo artist, because, you know, he does the singing, the melodies, all that kind of stuff. But I guess we're about to find out. And let's get into the first track on Swaecation, which is Touchscreen Navigation. Got some rhymes going already. I feel like we're going to have a lot more melody with Swae Lee. I'm curious to see how he can carry his own project. Ooh. It's already got a summer vibe to it. I wasn't really liking this verse at the start, but it's picking up here. I'm really expecting a lot of the tracks to sound like this, with that kind of summer, upbeat vibe. More singing than rapping is really what I'm expecting from this. I think that's just like obvious. That's inventive. So apparently the reason that was just an instrumental there is because he left that open for people to do a second verse and call it the Touchscreen Challenge. I guess they came up with that after the success of the Mannequin Challenge. You know, that got Black Beatles out there. So it makes sense. It seems like it's going to be weird listening to this song on its own and just hearing empty space. Very strange choice, but it is kind of inventive, and it's a very smart way to promote the song. So can't really fault him for that one. Not a bad start at all. Decent enough track, like I said, had a real summer vibe to it. It's definitely a song that I think is gonna blow up because of that touchscreen challenge. You know, it's gonna be everywhere. It worked so well for Black Beatles, and I have no doubt that it's gonna work for this track too. Yeah, it's a nice idea. All right, let's go to track number 2, Heartbreak in Encino Hills. He's still doing that thing where he carries on the same rhyme scheme and flow from the chorus. And I don't like that. Swae, we need it. We need to switch up the flow. We've talked about this. Those kicks though. Those kicks add a nice little bit of spice to the track. I don't know if it's enough spice though. It's a little bit dry. I just kind of want this one to end at this point. Okay, we've just started the album, but this is where my doubts are kind of starting to show through. They might be becoming true here, because that track was just dull. That was not fun to listen to. The most interesting thing about that track was when the kicks came in. When the main thing I'm complimenting on your track is how the kicks sound, that's how you know there's nothing else that's interesting in the song. Touchscreen Navigation wasn't bad, but this track was just slow. It was so slow. Didn't like that song. Heartbreak in Encino Hills, not good. Let's see if he can pick it up with track number 3, which is Heat of the Moment. If this is your 3rd track in a row about love, I don't even know. That flute. That's how you do flute beats. That doesn't sound cheap. I like that. In the heat of the moment. Ooh. Because I hate cheap sounding flute beats, but this producer knows what he's doing. Okay, I think I'm feeling the vocals here. I'm a bit shaky on this one. There's some bits that I find boring and some bits that I love. It's definitely the best track so far. I can say that without a doubt. Nothing that lives up to the best bangers off of SremmLife 3 yet. Shout out to Chop Squad DJ for that beat. Yep, definitely the best song so far. But that's not exactly saying much. I have mixed feelings on that song, because the beat, the production is fantastic. Really like the flute on that instrumental. Again, it's just a specific instrument that I can pick out as really liking on this track. But the chorus was nice. The chorus is catchy, very memorable, got a nice little melody to it. The verses were a bit on and off. There was parts of them that I liked, parts that I didn't. It was an alright song, but the question is still in my head. Can Swae Lee really carry a solo album on his own without Slim Jimmy? I don't know so far. I don't know. But next up, we have track number 4. Featuring Young Thug. Young Thug, always weird, but always entertaining. So this should be a fun little track. So let's get into track number 4, Offshore. What? It's 5 minutes 30 seconds.
Trip offshore. Took the whip offshore.
The vocals are oddly endearing. There is nobody else in the world like Young Thug. There's actually some notes that he's hitting really well here, but then there's some that are just so off key. That was an entertaining verse, I'll say that much. I hear a vocal sample in there that I've heard on a Logic track before. The fact that I'm getting distracted tells you that this track is going on for too long. Yeah, it's got a little vocal sample that I'm pretty sure was used in City of Stars by Logic. That was an interesting song. I don't know if I'm ever gonna listen to that again. Why is it 5 minutes long? The Young Thug verse was entertaining, but would I ever say that that's nice to listen to? No. I don't mind songs that are like a lower tempo, but all of these songs so far have just moved so slowly. And it's 4 tracks in and we're dragging already. It's weird. I remember this was announced. I was looking forward to Swaecation so much, but it's really not living up to my expectations right now. Yeah, track number 5, Guatemala. I'm hoping this is a good track because he released this as a single. I haven't listened to it. Like I said in my SremmLife 3 reaction, I didn't listen to any of the singles because I wanted this all to just be my first reaction. So, Guatemala, Swae Lee, let's check this out. Let's hope we get a good one in here.
It was way more than a $2 holler.
Unforgettable part 2. I just want to skip this because it sounds like Unforgettable. I've heard this before.
Because you feel an excellent vibe.
What am I supposed to do?
Unforgettable. Need to get you along.
I just had my hand on her hip, she had her eyes on the prize.
This is not what I was expecting at all. I'm bored. I am bored. Slim Jimmy? I didn't see he was featured on this. Call this part 2 to Unforgettable if you want. It doesn't make it any better, the fact that it's intentional. Slim Jimmy with the melodies. I like that because it's surprising. We just want to make another song to get played in the clubs. We want to make a lot of money. That's why all these songs are commercial. This is rough. I really apologize if you came from my SremmLife 3 reaction and you were expecting me to react as positively to this part of the album as I did the SremmLife 3 part, but this is just my genuine reaction. This is tedious. That was literally, it had the same drum pattern as Unforgettable and everything, and yeah, it's intentional, but that doesn't make it good. It doesn't make it any better. It was cool to hear Slim Jimmy was hitting the melodies in there, which I was surprised by because he usually has a bit of like a rougher voice. So it was cool to hear that, but that's like the only redeeming quality of this song. I'm pretty sure this one was just made for sales, just for the club to make more money. These aren't even individual songs, man. Track number 6, 2/3 of the way through, Lost Angels.
Winter's over, the sun is.
Another radio ready beat. It can't be just me that thinks all these songs sound so similar, right? That's not just a me issue, right? I zoned out for a bit there. That song became background noise. What can I say that I haven't said already, honestly? Just take every criticism I've gave for the last 5 tracks and apply it to this one. There you go. That's all I gotta say. Track number 7, Hurt to Look. This was another one that was a single from the album, so let's see how this one sounds. Hopefully, it's good. Oh my god, it's all these club-ready beats. It's getting so boring. This should make me want to move, but because it's every single track so far, I just want to sit here and die. This music isn't bad, it's just so sleep-inducing because it's all the same. Disappointed doesn't even begin to describe how I feel right now, man. Like, trust me, I wanted to love this. I really wanted to. Disappointed feels like too light of a word for this. Not every single song has to be made for the club. Not every single song has to hit the radio. Every single song on here just sounds like it's for the exact same purpose. They all sound like they're just to be big summer anthems or whatever, you know, and it's so boring when it's back to back because none of them are unique. It's all the same thing after the same thing after the same thing. Like, I'm looking at it and there's 2 tracks left. How are you going to save this in 2 tracks? This album has been a massive letdown so far. Track number 8, Red Wine, the second last on Swaecation. I'm feeling the vocals on this one, to be fair. This feels like one of the better ones. Those vocals are nice, man. Yeah, Red Wine was one of the... I'd say one of the better tracks so far on Swaecation. I still wouldn't say I'd choose to listen to it if I had to. It was alright. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, guys. I get that, okay, it's called Swaecation, right? So obviously, it's gonna be, you know, summer party music, whatever. Or like, just like some low-key kind of summer music, but doesn't change the fact that it's mostly been boring so far. But Red Wine was okay. The vocals were nice on it. Next up, the final track. I'm actually happy that we're about to finish this. We have What's in Your Heart. Come on now. Yay, woo! There we go. That's the most fun thing that's happened in the past hour. What is that? Okay. It didn't even roll out properly. What kind of party poppers are these? I genuinely feel sorry for any other reactors who decided to listen to all 3 of these SremmLife 3 albums in one sitting, because I was lucky. I made the smart choice to react to them all separately. I took a break between SremmLife 3 and this one, and I'm just gonna go sit down for like 20 minutes before I listen to Gymtro. That was a bad album, in my opinion. Maybe one of the most boring albums I've listened to this year. Take track 1, copy and paste that through the entire album. Favorite tracks, if I had to pick, there wasn't even one track that I thought was great. So my favorites were Heat of the Moment and Red Wine. That's it. Least favorite, just throw everything else in. I really did not like that, guys. I think I've given adequate reasons so far as to why I don't like it. I don't think I need to give you a detailed rundown at the end of the video right now. Pretty much you can sum it down to repetition. Repetition, boring, just complete drag of an album. What do you guys think of Swaecation by Swae Lee? Let me know down in the comments below, and remember there will be a link in the description to the Gymtro reaction, which I am just about to record now. I'm going to take a break for 10 minutes, get my energy back up, and then I'm going to react to Gymtro. So yeah, of course, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. We can have a discussion down there about this album. If there's any points you agree with me on, disagree with me on, just let me know, and I will see you guys all in the next one. This is your boy, CDTVThaG, signing out.